And our first title fight is lightweight MMA over 3 5-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing MMA Crescent in Watford, Ace Saulic! And would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing First Reaction Gym in Birmingham, Shafqat, Salim! Three 5-minute rounds of MMA action. Saulic in the blue, Salim in the red.
Malcolm Martin here with Shah Hussein, and Shah, one of our big title fights of the night, MMA 3 5-minute rounds at lightweight. Ace Saulic, MMA Crescent, Watford in the blue corner, and Shafqat Salim, who's brought huge support here tonight from First Reaction Gym in Birmingham. First time tonight, 5-minute rounds.
That's right, yeah, as we move into the title fights now, you know, this is, the guys are fighting for gold, and we've got the local Birmingham fighter to Coventry, Shaf Salim, against Ace Saulic, the travelling fighter from Watford, in this lightweight championship bout.
And I must say, it's been an incredible night of action tonight, with our fair share of stoppages, close decisions, and an excellent 3-rounders, and now we're in our final 3 big title fights of the evening.
That's right. I mean, you can see the experience here. That's why these guys have been put into a title fight, because they're biding their time. You know, the movement's there. They're both relaxed.
He's going. Drop him.
I think Salim seems to have the reach advantage here and the height advantage.
Well, as Ace came in there, he caught a nice left hand from that rear hand there that stepped him back and made him rethink once more.
Yeah, I think a bit of marking in the face there. He's probably realised he doesn't want to stand in front of Shaf Salim, you know, with that reach and the height advantage as well. I'll tell you what though, Shaf Salim, you know, the guy is almost 43 years old. You know, you wouldn't see that, would you?
Oh, I don't know what I do when I hit 40. Shah, I really don't.
Yeah, but you know, just it's a testament to him. You know that he's still here. You know, practically fighting for a title now, and he looks very cool, calm, and collected here.
And in great shape as well at the weight.
Certainly is, you know.
And I mean, Ace, when Shaq was coming in, was pacing up and down and staring at him, but I think he's earned his respect very quickly.
Yeah, certainly has. I think Ace looked at the referee there because it seemed like he took a bit of a low blow. He's probably trying to get the referee's attention to maybe have a bit of a break. But so far, it seems like it's all coming from Salim so far.
Well, the problem, I was just about to say, the problem for Ace is how to secure the takedown, but then Shaq gifted it to him.
Well, this is it. You know, Ace was literally biding that time, and he timed it beautifully. You know, got Salim comfortable, and as soon as Shafqat Salim committed, you know, he saw the opportunity. Lovely double leg takedown, and now ends up on top.
Well, that was the thing. Salim was working well at range, at distance, but when he got confident and moved in to close the gap, Ace, it was instant. Saulic, he was straight in and straight down.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it was clear who was winning the exchange battle there between the both. And I think that's exactly what he was looking for. Being the shorter guy was just to close the distance down. As soon as he saw his opportunity, you know, he took Salim to the floor. And now let's see what he can do from here.
Well, I was just about to say he needs to do something because Mick Folger's is looking at him closely, and as soon as I said that, he really started to initiate. But Salim, excellent defence here.
That's right, yeah. I mean, Salim's tidying up well. You know, he's not giving him room to sort of posture up and range some heavy shots. So, you know, he's keeping him close to him. It looked like Saulic there was like attempting to go for a potential leg lock there, because as he went back, he almost reached down towards Salim's right leg. But Salim was quick to identify that and pulled him back in guard again.
Well, as you said, when Salim pulled back in guard as well, for a moment there, Saulic looked like he was going to get up, come through for the ground and pound. And as you said, it was almost like he was caught between two thoughts.
That's right, yeah. You know, I mean, in this position here now, Saulic really needs to like start working his game. He needs to start looking to pass. If I was Saulic, I'll probably turn my opponent towards the cage so where he has no room to move, because they're that close to the cage. But Salim really needs to start working some sort of sweep or look to throw the legs up, because being a taller guy, you know, the triangle's potentially there. But I think Saulic is doing a good job by keeping his base low and not taking damage in the process.
Well, at the moment, for me, it seems like Salim is content to try and tie Saulic up with, as I said, you've got those long legs. He ties up the arms, he hooks the feet together. It looks like he's almost asking the referee to stand them back up.
That's right. I mean, apart from the defensive there, he's looking for the triangle because he's tied one arm up. He's got the bicep control. He's looking to slide the leg over, get the thigh around the leg. And now, as I said that, he's gone into the triangle position. Whether he locks that up or not, he's locked that up.
Now he's locking it up.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure there on his neck, but I don't know if the arms are crossed. He's just got the head. You know, I can't see from this angle here.
No, we can't from this angle.
Yeah. But Saulic seems to be like trying to break the posture, but that's not the right way to do that. All he's got is the head. There is no arm there. He's just got the head. It's just going to be uncomfortable for him.
I was just about to say the reason I thought he didn't have the arm was because it was so tight. Otherwise, he would have tapped, I felt.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get a guy who's going to tap to you know, being uncomfortable. We couldn't see from the angle where we were, but had that arm been in, it would have probably been over by now. But
that's what I thought,
the arm was a crucial point there. Well, Shaf's saying that he's gone for the head and arm choke from the bottom. Wow.
Now the thing is here for me, Shah, Ace Saulic didn't like the upright, rightly so. This is the MMA. You've got all these different ranges. Weighted perfectly. The takedown was timed to perfection. But once he got him to ground, it was frustrating because finally by the end of the round, all the judges can remember are the two submission attempts from his opponent.
That's right, yeah, he didn't really capitalise on the position as much. You know, what he really should have done was sort of postured up, you know, look to pass, maybe like, you know, give Salim something to think about, throw some punches while he was passing. But unfortunately, he didn't capitalise on the position which he had in it. You know, saying that, as you said rightly, Malcolm, Salim, you know, took advantage to that, pulled him in, kept him at bay, and ultimately was the active working fighter from the bottom.
And when he went for the triangle. There was a moment there where I think Ace wasn't sure which arm Salim was going for. There was the right, and then suddenly it was the left that was locked.
That's right, yeah. Unlucky for Shaf Salim, he didn't have the arm full stop. So, in all honesty, you know, a lot of energy exerted for nothing really. But you know what? It gave Saulic something to think about, as you said. But luckily for Saulic, you know, the triangle wasn't on, so he wasn't in trouble as such.
But again, if we look at, for example, for want of a better term, smoke and mirrors, it still might have been enough for the judge to say, oh, there's the man going for your submissions. Let's go to the red corner for that opening round.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see now how they fare in this second round of this 3 5-minute round title fight here for the UMMA Lightweight Championship.
Yes, and I think Ace will still, despite that, not want to stand and trade with Shaq.
Yeah, Shaf, he's really got to just not stand still, because if Shaf Salim starts to pick him off as he did in the first round, you know, it's not going to be good for Ace, especially with that reach advantage that Shaf has. Shaf, I mean, even though their first reaction MMA, his background is Muay Thai, you know, kickboxing. So that's his bread and butter. And I think Saulic really needs to sort of get in the reach of Shaf and again look for that body lock and takedown.
Well, as you said, the problem for him after the takedown and after the first initiation, he never really passed guard the second time, did he?
No, he didn't. No, he if he wants to score, if he wants to get into more dominant positions, he has to move. Especially when the problem is with some of these guys, they get in dominant positions and all they're really worried about is just you know, getting that top control and staying heavy on top. See, as you can see there,
he felt that leg. Now he was shooting for the double leg, and he's been clipped again heavily here. These are big moments.
Yeah, Shaf Salim picking off his man here. Saulic is not liking the stand up, but he's looking to go for the takedown again. He's gone for the body clinch. And Shaf Salim needs to make sure that he doesn't get taken down here. He needs to work good cage control.
And the knee that follows Shah. The problem for Ace Saulic is there was no setup for the takedowns. He was playing into his opponent's hands. He was getting clipped on the way in. There was no attempt to disguise or set up the takedown attempts. To me, that looked a little desperate.
Yeah, he's just looking for an opening now. But the thing with Shaf Salim is he moves really well with that reach. You know, he's picking his man. He's not committing because he knows Saulic is going to look for that takedown. So he's just going to he's working downstairs and upstairs. And you know, listen, he's winning the round. He just needs to carry on doing what he's doing. And Saulic standing there like that, like a target waiting to be hit, is not good for him.
Well, the problem is, when he went to shoot, he ate a left shin.
Oh yeah,
well.
That certainly is gonna, as a grappler, as a wrestler, you're gonna shoot in on your man. You know, you're gonna expect that to come, and he ate that, and that rocked him. You know, he was dazed for a second because he didn't, you know, and Shaf just needs to carry on doing what he's doing. Saulic is, I don't know, he seems to be on the back foot now. I think he's running out of ideas. He needs to just do what he did in the first round and get inside his man.
Well, he's being dismantled at the moment by traditional Thai technique, the chopping low kicks, and then the round kick as well, the power. And dismantling is the right term here, Shah.
Yeah, I mean, the referee's taking a close look at the action. I mean, he's eating the punches, but he doesn't look as if he's rocked. But again, you know, there you go. Exactly what we were talking about there, Malcolm.
And he needed that. He shot in without any setup, but had the wherewithal for the trip on the end just to make sure that shoot worked for him. And it was a perfect timing because he was getting dismantled upright.
That's right. Yeah, I think that was the only option he had, Malcolm. He saw the opening. Shaf Salim got a bit comfortable, and Shaf Salim was looking for the knockout after having successfully connected, and gave up the back, and that's going to score well for Saulic. But what he's going to do with that now in this last few seconds, I'm not sure of the round.
Well, I think he really needs to work because so much of that round was upright and dominant with the heavy shots to the legs and then the punches over the top. I mean, Saulic took them well, but he was forced to take them. And I feel like you, when he's on the ground, he really has to work now.
Yeah, I think I like to see, in order to get the full nod from the judges, if Shaf Salim was to sort of just try to scramble and get out, or throw submissions as he's doing, it's going to look better than the takedown, even though takedowns score big in MMA. But if he stays active and scrambles, that's going to look good as well.
But again, it shows the variety of this art, because as you rightly said, Salim, in a football term, took his eye off the ball for a split second when he was in total dominance and gave Ace the opportunity, which to his credit, he took immediately.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know, there's no room for error. And listen, there's a title at stake. So, you know, one small error, you know, it could cost you the fight.
That said, Shaf was calm enough, locking Ace up to look over his corner, listen to instruction, and then get back to business.
Exactly. You know, he's not giving Saulic the chance to capitalise on that takedown. You know, he's tying his man up and basically, you know, nullifying anything he's got to offer Saulic. Yeah, there you go. Well, another action-packed round there.
Well, across the full 5 minutes, we had like 3.5 of a Muay Thai masterclass from Salim, and then we had maybe a minute and a half, maybe a minute from Saulic. I don't think that'll be enough for the judges. The takedown was slick, it was smooth, especially when he's under pressure. But that was the only meaningful action of the round from the blue corner.
That's right. You know, there's been a lot of debate in especially in the creme of the creme, like the UFC and Bellator, these big organisations, where they're saying, listen, exactly how much what do takedowns mean? Because they've seen people win fights, but it's only going to see people win fights if they actually do something with that takedown. And they're really changing the scoring system now, and it'll be interesting to see what comes in play with that. But going back to what we were saying here, in my eyes, I think Saulic really needs to work more than what he's done, and Salim needs to just carry on doing what he's doing and just be light on his feet a little. You know, you're winning the fight. If the knockout's there, take it. If not, just pick your man off and move.
I agree totally, Shah. As long as it's upright, you can only see one victor, and why give your opponent an opportunity for a moment of where your consciousness slips and you're looking at something? He'd done for 3.5 minutes the perfect movement, the perfect dismantling, and then just that split second, as you said, a bit overconfident, lunged in too much. And Saulic, to his credit, took the opportunity, but he really needs this to be submissionville for him. He needs to work from the opening to get Salim down.
That's right, yeah. Shafqat Salim, all he needs to do, as you said, was just carry on doing what he's doing. He's 2 hands up, and literally just coast now, but keep your hands up, you know, because and look for that takedown, look for that sprawl. If your man's going to come in, you know, make sure you're light on your feet and your hips heavy when he comes in for that, because if Shaf can get on top, you know, we'll be able to see some of his top control and potentially some submissions.
As it is, walking his man down well, he's got to stay patient, pick him off, not get over-eager and overreach, which is what Ace Saulic will be looking for, because when it's at this range, it's one-way traffic.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. He's stalking his man now. He's got him up against the cage. I mean, there's no real head movement as such from Saulic. He's trying to survive here, but I think he's looking for that commitment of that shot, the overcommitment, and as soon as he sees it, he's going to probably change his level and go for the takedown.
Well, I feel if Salim keeps this like that with the boxing, that overcommitment won't come. He's so balanced with his boxing. There again, you see his desperation stakes now because he's balanced.
Yeah. Now Salim there, as you saw, he didn't overcommit there. He's just picking his shots to perfection. He's just using him now as target practice. Even saw the takedown coming in, sort of backed off. He was light on his feet. You know, look, his hands are constantly up. He's doing all the right things of what a striker should be doing, just in case the man against the cage throws a big overhand or something, which can catch him.
Yes, good work here from the red corner. And again, as you said, now he's aware the takedown attempts just aren't happening for him.
Yeah, he's even coming backwards now, and that's a man who's in control.
So the clock is ticking on this third and final round. And Shafqat Salim in total control. And as you said, at 43 years of age, fit, very well conditioned, and accurate. It's straight, hurtful shots that he's throwing.
I mean, look how cool and calm and collected he is. You know, he's just waiting now. I mean, Saulic's time is running away. A desperate attempt there from Ace Saulic. Went for the double, switched in for the single. Unfortunately, he gave a bit too much time. He didn't commit enough, deep enough for that takedown. And Shaf Salim is sprawling his way back out of this now, putting his body weight on top. And he's back to what he knows best.
Yes, though, these are the moments that Ace Saulic had to capitalise on, and sadly in this third and final round, he's not. I will say, the man can take a shot. He's not like that. He's taken some heavy left hand, Shah.
He is, you know, and look, when Shaf throws, you know, he's throwing venom, you know, he's hurting his man.
Oh, he walked into the right hand this time. The legs went, he just stepped to the side and threw that powerful right hand.
But again, you know, it was just going back in straight lines. I mean, if Shaf had circled out now, that takedown wouldn't have happened. But he's just literally given him that takedown, and he's given him points. You know, if Saulic can manage to get the win here, by or get a dominant position here, that's going to look good in the judges' eyes with the way MMA scoring goes.
Or, as you said, one step further, manages to get a position where ground and pound all the submission, turning it right round. I think what Salim was shocked by was those shots there were finishers, but his man wasn't finished. And I think that's where the distraction came in. That's where it was almost like the shock factor. How can he still sprawl for me? How can he still shoot after that right hook?
Yeah, I mean, that right hook would have probably put any normal man down, but Ace Saulic has got a chin of granite. I tell you, the guy just keeps coming forward. He's taken a lot of punishment, but 10 out of 10 for heart. He's on top. He's still working.
If he can posture up fully and get a real ground and pound going, it'll be the turnaround of the year in this title fight.
Oh God, if that happened, that will the crowd will go mental. I mean, what a shock, and what shock that would be. Saying that, Salim sort of squeezing the ribs of Saulic there, making it very uncomfortable for him. There seems to be like a bit of crowd trouble there. A lot of security trying to get people involved. I think it's a lot of Salim's first reaction MMA fans who are getting excited with their man potentially doing something here from the bottom.
Well, I think they're as shocked as Salim, to be honest, and I must say that Ace Saulic, all credit to him, as you said, the shots he took right in front of our commentary position, going round the cage apron, then walked into the big right hand. Yeah. His legs went, and rather than be knocked out, the moment his legs went, he went for the shoot and got it.
Yeah, he's a warrior, that's warrior spirit for you. And, hats off to everyone who steps in this cage, and he's a contender, that's why he's in there.
So there you have it, Shah, and for me, like you, it's very interesting because at key points in rounds 2 and 3, he got the takedown, and in round 3, despite the fatigue, despite the constant battering, he was very active in that final.
He was, yeah, he certainly was, and a great fight, and well worthy of a title fight there. Both guys giving it all they had. It was stand-up department was Shaf Salim's, and obviously the obvious grappler was Ace Saulic, and obviously, unofficially, as we always say, it looks like Shaf Salim has taken that bout.
Lightweight MMA title. The belt will be awarded by the main show sponsor. Round of applause for the main show sponsor, please. Someone from Europe, Carpets. And the winners' medals are going to be presented by the sub-sponsor, Sahel of IT Hardware Store.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a worthy title fight. What about? Let's hear it for both men, please, in this ring. But your UMMA title belt goes around the waist of the man from the red corner, Shafqat.
What an amazing fight. Shaf, a couple of words from you, please. What was your game plan and strategy coming into the fight?
We didn't really know much about the fighter at all. We tried to find out what his fighting technique was. Only they come from a tough gym. They work their fighters. it's the second time I've fighted from the gym, so we knew it was going to be a grind. But we thought we'd keep you standing. Our strength standing at the first reaction, I have to say, is on another level. Yeah.
And how was your training and prep for the fight?
The prep was as good as we could get. And I'll be honest with you, I came in with a shoulder only 3 weeks before the fight in the gym.
And if you mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm going to be 43 in June.
Oh, mashallah, 42. Might be there to go.
He gave me a full ball guys. As a front fence. He said he'll be going home with the belt. And I said, "You're not good, you can't left."
Message to your fans.
Like I was saying, he said he was going to go home with the belt. The first match was yesterday. I said, the only belt he's going home with is the one that's going to hold the jeans up.
By no means a worthy opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both fighters, please.